Excellente. Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard.
YouTube.
You started YouTube?
Yes, sir.
Well, hi,
Spooderman!
Be right on the fly.
Just Jay. What?
Alright, we ready for me?
No, we're never ready for you.
Nothing.
Nothing
I
can
got
compare for
Facebook.
you. He's got the book of face.
Fucker base.
Ew. Watch your language. I did it incorrectly. Yes, indeed, I did. I did it.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
Welcome to Dripping Darkness.
Dripping darkness. Dripping darkness.
I'm Jesse J.
Be right on the fly.
Spooderman,
Welcome to our show.
welcome.
Welcome to the 420 podcast. 420 friendly.
Paranormal stuff.
Paranormal third eye perspective. So, now, let me go ahead and make sure this is right.
But I move.
That's fine, I can move it too. Alright. I do have a question. I was watching the news just recently, and
no.
yes, and I've noticed that almost every broadcast of news media within the past, I don't know, I went back as far as a month, but every broadcast there was a murder. And is it me, or is it becoming more and more frequent that murders are happening, or is it just because that it's being highlighted through the media?
It's being highlighted.
It's the highlight.
It happens every day, no matter what.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Every
There
day
may
it's
be
a
some
highlight.
particularly spectacular about this event.
Yeah.
You know, maybe this is some
Small town that don't
serial
get that
killer,
kind of
something
trouble.
they've been tracking for a while.
Possible.
That
It
I
is
don't
possible.
know.
It is possible. Watch TV shows and think of the possibilities.
Yeah, that's true. Then I've also was watching and noticing that like 75% of them were family members killing each other.
I see that, you know,
Yeah.
locally here a lot too.
And I don't understand the purpose in it. Why? What's changed over the past 20 years that has caused us to just become
A
barbaric?
lack of discipline.
You think it's discipline?
The way that parents teach their children, the way that things got sensitive,
Out of
opened
control?
it up for those negative traits.
I've noticed that it's become more and more frequently, and it's been more and more highlighted. And it's been, and it's not necessarily the highlight. The highlight isn't, well, I guess what I'm trying to get at. It's more of the fact that it's predominant. And
Yeah.
it's, and it's not of any such race. I mean, they want to say, oh, well, this is the white man that's going around killing people. No, black people do it too. Mexicans do it just as well. And there ain't no ethnicity involved. It's just evil. And my question is, what I don't understand about it, I guess, growing up in the environment that I grew up in, where family members were, that was it. You didn't have anything else.
Yeah.
There was no.
That's right.
There was no going to the cops.
Me too.
There was no,
We're not cop
I'm
followers.
going to call the law. There was none of that. You dealt
You protect
with
yours and your own.
you dealt with your family. You dealt with your parents or your grandparents, and they dealt with you accordingly.
Accordingly.
But you don't see that anymore.
Pick your switch. If you get the big one, it's gonna hurt because it's that thick. But if you get the thin one, it's gonna hurt because it's that thin and cuts through the air that quick. So, really, there's no happy medium. You just go with it. Okay, maybe pick the one that looks like it's halfway cracked already. That way it just breaks over.
Yeah, that's the one I always picked. But see, I always ended up having to go back and pick up another one because the one that I had broke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you didn't get it enough. Go get another one.
Get another one.
So then you're just going to get double the lickings because you, you're getting. But see, that's just it though. I guarantee you, if they were to, like, do a couple executions, like hangings, traditional style hangings, like they used to do back in the day, now, how many people do you think would correct themselves?
Yeah, right. Yeah, they'd all
97% of them would.
Or rise up already.
Yeah, or rise up, exactly. You'd either have a war or you'd have people correcting themselves.
But being so close to the family, I understand your questions. Like, how did we? Was it, people losing faith? Was it the longevity of something, eating at them? Just blow up one day and you murder your family?
But see, that doesn't make any sense because, there has to be more.
What there is where some of this may turn paranormal because
exactly.
of the Amityville Horror. The guy was at the bottom of this house, and over the time, the negativity of the area that people had done rituals in had started to bleed onto him, and he started being affected that way and treating his family certain ways. And then one day, just while they were sleeping, took the shotgun and bow, all of them.
Well,
The
that
cops
was
and
like
gave
that.
himself up. Said
Also,
he
the
wasn't
house,
himself.
the haunting in Connecticut was the
Yeah.
same way.
Yeah.
These are not necessarily just movies, people.
No.
They are based off of reality. Think about that for a second.
Yeah.
Stop and think.
There's
Because
an Amity series right
Yeah.
now going on.
I mean, think about it. This is not,
Yeah.
just, there's no such thing as
If we don't believe it, if
happens.
we don't think about like it being real or whatever, it's just in the movies, then you're not going to realize that our bodies are vessels that can be overtaken and used daily if we don't know what's going on. So we're just being freely
allowing evil into your life.
Yeah.
You're absorbing it because of your own, I don't want to say stupidity, but for lack of a better term, stupidity, ignorance.
But I can be called that too.
I mean, you don't know, so therefore that's how the enemy's going to attack you. You have to know. If you don't know, then you have to learn, and you have to learn fast because the time is coming, and the time is coming quickly. And I don't think it's necessarily going to be like Armageddon like everybody thinks. I think it's eventually going to happen to you as an individual because you're either going to suffer in heaven or you're going to suffer in hell. And suffering doesn't necessarily have to be pain and torture. It could be other ways of torture as well. Think about it. People that were stuck in presidential, or not presidential, but castles and stuff way back in the day, they were prisoners just as well.
Yep.
Because if you think, being a prisoner basically means trapped or stuck in a location for a long period of time without your will. Okay? So even if you do have millions and millions of dollars, that doesn't necessarily make you free. Just because you have the money to do it doesn't necessarily make you free. They have to hide and do things under disguise.
Oh yeah, man, they gotta keep that money.
But see,
They don't like giving it away.
but that's just it, though. At what cost?
Murder.
There's a lawyer. Most of you might be familiar with the lawyer out of South Carolina. I can't remember his name, but he murdered his wife and his kid all because of money. He got stuck in drugs and he couldn't find his way out. And the only way out was to murder his wife and his kid. See, and I think that could have been paranormal. Because think about it. Why would you have to murder? The only way out be killing your wife and kid. That's the close and immediate connection, is it not? Which is the definition of family, is it not? Exterminate your family and you will have evil amongst you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, because that's basically what he did. Is he sold his soul to the devil, and now it's time to pay.
Time to pay, man. How did that outcome?
Well, I didn't read go through the whole trial and all that, but I think he got life.
So he's still alive.
Yeah, he's in the end of the line. Whatever they call that. The Green Mile, call it the end of the line, sorry.
1 Mile Island or something?
No.
Death row.
Death row, there you go. I ain't a prisoner. Don't claim it. I don't know. I often wondered that. Why is it family members now?
Not just.
Well, no. But mostly. It's starting to become more and more families than it is.
Gang members and stuff.
Yeah. Then the gang members killing each other. It's family members killing each other.
Or overdose.
Huh?
Or overdose.
I don't get it. I mean, what would be the spiritual...
Causing energy negatively, so you're going to be mood switches quickly to the negative ones. And then, because you're doing that, you're releasing those endorphins. And because you're doing that, it's making your aura change. And because of your aura's changing, they're able to cipher. Don't quote me, but that's how I feel. Okay, one more time because I did not have my microphone. Okay. I feel like whenever they're able to control your mood swings and cause those endorphins, those juices to flow, it's causing them to irradiate the aura of it.
Antenna.
Kinda, yeah. It's like you can adjust your own frequencies and have better luck in life. You can have better everything.
How would one, in your opinion, how would one go about possibly, other than seeking outside help? I mean, of course we,
meditate.
tell you
I play guitar.
meditate. I've heard meditation is a big
Playing
one.
guitar is a good one.
Meditation, yeah, another form of meditation.
Tattooing. I found
anything.
tattooing like either on myself or on somebody else was pretty cool. I was able to
Basically,
draw.
you got to find an escape.
Yeah, play 15 minutes
Something
of every game you got as
some-
fast as you can.
Yeah, run through. You can do that, or you can just focus on you, focus on the issues in times in your life where people had given an odd type of reaction or a negative type of reaction, but had to have been to something that you were or something. Notice a negative and work on it. Make it positive. That way, whatever comes to you next time, it'll be better. Because that right there was a tribulation.
Yeah.
Dealt, meant for you to decide whether to do the right or wrong thing. Because your brain noticed it. And you had to make a decision. You had to think about your answer.
That's true.
Because it could have consequences.
Everything has consequences. And,
Yeah, like
and you young
folks.
folks.
Wreck, man. That dude, he overcorrected. That's why he jackknifed. But they don't know why he did it. It wasn't really the weather.
Oklahoma, Kansas area, definitely I've seen is very affected by the snow stuff. But down here we got a little bit, but it's not really too much to worry about unless you're not from here
We have
and
no.
you're not used to it. Oh, that accent? Oh, North Oklahoma.
Yeah, it was. It was north. It was.
Yeah,
north.
we had a severe storm come our way,
Yeah,
and those of you in the east, be prepared, because when it comes your way, it's going to be 4 times as strong as we seen it. So, yeah, be prepared. You guys are going to have a lot of snow.
Snow's on the way.
Well, right now, they're sitting at 3 feet of snow in New York.
Well, they're fixing to get a little more.
A little more, hell, that's going to be at least 6. Give them a 6 foot.
Have you seen the southeast part of it? It's turning back into water.
Oh, is it? So, in other words, it's looking down.
Florida's getting some cold rain. It's weird. But that top half is going to mix with that one storm that's already there. There's something already there.
Okay, I have a question. And maybe...
Where's the weather, man? We need the weather on. Oh.
Maybe you can answer this.
Okay.
If and when polarities were to change.
I could tell you. It'll hurt me.
When the polarities change and they go, instead of north to south, it goes east to west. Like it's supposed to do it every 10,000 years or so.
Yeah, it goes cockeyed weird.
And then, but polarity would put that, if you go directly west, it would put you with the diamond triangle, which is down in China, which goes Thailand, China,
all them earthquakes and stuff?
yeah,
Thailand. Volcanic.
That whole area there is directly connected with, supposedly, if you look at it on the map, Bermuda Triangle.
This guy has got them all connected together, and when it erupts, it's a weird heartbeat. Mm-hmm. He's got a 3D model. He's on the internet. Rick is need a nickname for him. Anyway, he's really into watching the eruptions and the seismic to the point. The morning we got an earthquake, it was a 3.4. I was like the 20th person to report it that morning. It was 4:25 in the morning, and I nailed it. I was like, yeah, I nailed it. But there was like 3 other people in my area that called it in too, so that was cool.
I think it's cat.
You think?
But yeah, it was.
I don't know. See, I don't feel that. I feel like atmospheric pressure. Like whenever it gets to the point to where they start having storms and stuff, my body will sit there and crumble and like totally.
This cold has ached me to death.
I can't move. I mean, it forces
my
me
man
to
do not help it at all. My whole frame is bad.
I don't understand why. I never used to be.
I don't know. I thought my old lady getting this blue bike, it might help me. I keep
That's what I'm
seeing
saying.
exercise. I was like, my knees hurt. I don't know if I can do this. Exercise.
That's what they say.
Oh,
It's the
God.
weight. Take the weight off. But see, my thing is, I need to take the weight off. I need to put weight on. I'm too.
Me too. I don't want to lose my
Light.
weight.
I
You know
want
how long
muscle.
it
I
took
don't
me to
want.
get this fat? 52 years. I was a stick in my 30s and backwards.
Really?
Yeah, it was when I had to start taking meds and stop drinking. I started getting fat. Metabolism changed. And that's when we knew I had RA. The alcohol had been masking it the whole time. Because what does your alcohol do to your white blood cells?
Turns to sugar.
It kills them. The white blood cells. I never knew they were attacking me. I was always drinking. I had to stop drinking, and then I felt it. And I was like, this ain't right. I should have kept on drinking. Fuck yeah. But I kept on going, but I don't like the aching and shit. It's bad.
It hurts. I mean, especially when you get.
Right now, man, this fucking air gun today was alright. It warmed up a little bit to us a little. The air was a little less killer to me, you know. I was like,
The
alright.
pressure is what
I go with it, you know.
I knew the pressure. I knew the storm was coming, and it was like, oh, I could feel it before it gets here. I hate that feeling.
But I didn't get around much yesterday, and I wanted to. I wanted to play in the shed, but every time I went out there, it was fucking cold, and I went back in.
34?
Yeah, it was
36,
pretty cold yesterday.
36 or 34?
What? Oh, no.
Yeah, you do.
What? 24 for X?
That?
Yeah,
24.
it's 24.
For those y'all don't know, we are known as the Cock Snarl
Unofficially.
unofficially.
You always do this to us, man. You
Well,
always do
why
this
do
to us.
you-
Well, because they see you with a band, they see you with an instrument.
We've
so
been trying to
but-
shush that.
Yeah, it's not even undecided. It's not. It's
Yeah, I
way
gotta
undecided.
rename your computer to something else. Like,
I was gonna
How
say,
about
that's
Momo's
what it
Wicked
comes up.
Taxi Cabbie? I like that one.
which one?
Momo's Wicked Taxi Cabbie.
Momo? Yeah, I had to do it.
Momo's Wicked Taxi Cabbie. Where the fair is not fair.
Oh, we can put that in a comment, maybe.
Maybe we can make it a poll or an option. What should our band name be? We'll let the fans decide.
Hey, that sounds like a good idea. Make a comment
What band
down below.
does that ever?
Comment down below. What do you think the name should be?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that was delicious, huh?
Yeah, let's sit there and we'll think about it.
Richard Smells.
Ew.
I'll sit back and think about it.
That was it.
I'll think about it. Anyways, I have a couple more questions that I'd like to ask.
Keep on going, man. But I ain't really got to answer none of them. I couldn't.
Why?
There wasn't an answer. That was something in depth needs studying.
What do you think our military and possible involvement is overseas?
Man, there's telling them a year and they're coming home. But I don't believe so.
You think it's going to be longer than a year?
The worst battle before the last battle. There's one big giant one. Gog versus Magog. Never really knew what that meant. Heard it meant God versus man God. And
What could that mean then?
that land was from a name of Gog. East and west.
Which the one in the
Iran on one side
and the Ukraine on the other?
and no, the rest of the world.
You know, this is crazy.
Yeah.
No, listen. I know we're talking about the two things, but right, check this guitar out. No, it's okay. Double-sided, fretless bass, 5-string, and you flip it over to the back side, and it's a 6-string, fretless, double-sided.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What company made that?
Busui. B-U-S-U-Y.
Shoot that to my phone, man. I'm gonna
Aye,
check that.
Captain.
I never heard it. That's an
It's
idea
weird,
to blow
man.
some money on. What is this? Oh, check this out. I don't give a damn. Cool. I'm going to shit.
I'll try to show.
How's that go again?
Just flip it over. I had to get the timing right.
Yeah.
Choke myself or something.
Don't choke yourself.
Stab myself in the head.
No, that's never a good thing.
Yeah.
So, the military possibilities.
I hopefully they get to come home like they said they were. All right. A year, man. Kosovo. They're already gone, aren't they?
Oh, you got color options.
I have a hard time believing anything the government has to say anymore. And it's strictly because of the simple fact is that 97% of the stuff that they've said to us in the past has all been lies.
Need to know basis covered up in the story, the news will bite it. Let's go do our job.
Exactly.
We get the fictitious tale,
Mm-hmm.
and for some reason they like catching the current president in the goofiest moments.
Yep.
Alright. No one really likes him. I don't know what his approval rating is, but hopefully he doesn't run another term.
Oh, he's already running for another term.
No way.
Him and Donald Trump
In the end,
well, Donald Trump's in a high, I don't know the exact rating, so don't quote me on it, but I know Donald Trump's high up there in the ratings for...
well, he's been getting pulled by freaking stupid stuff. Polls not allowing him on the ballot.
Yeah, but that law has been changed. I don't know. I don't know how, but they're allowing him to still run for presidency.
I think the only thing I can think of is if there's some kind of amnesty.
I think
He hasn't been proven
something
anything.
that he has in his back pocket that he's threatening him with, and that it's finally eventually going to be revealed, and it's going to cause major uprise.
I wouldn't doubt it. You know, we ain't safe.
Well, no, we're just like everybody else in the world.
We just gotta watch the prices on stuff, man. There's something about a $20 loaf of bread. I was like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
That's just for a loaf of bread. That's what we're gonna live on, and I can't eat this stuff, so I'm gonna die.
That sucks. No, you ain't.
Free.
We'll go to cannibalism. Fuck 'em.
Oh yeah, we'll have to. The steak. Fatten my neighbors up.
We live in Oklahoma. There's plenty of beef around here.
Beefaroni.
Beefaroni, yeah, on the shelf.
Not only that, but you go north and you hit Kansas, and you got plenty of beef up there.
Yeah, that's where all the guitars are.
Kansas?
Yes,
What part of Kansas?
wherever all the guitars are. There's a warehouse owned by Guitar Center, Musician's Friend, and I think maybe Sweetwater.
Sweetwater.
That may be wrong, so I might get in trouble for that. But there was like a 3 conglomerate, and they're all shipped from a big giant warehouse in Kansas. That's where I get all my stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You heard it here, folks.
You heard it where?
It's right down the freaking I-35 for us. My shipments have never been late.
So it's Wichita then.
Probably. I can show you trackings, and Wichita is in the path.
It's either Wichita or what's that one that's just north of it? Topeka. Topeka.
I'm pretty sure I've had tracking orders through there too.
From Topeka.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Man.
Got pretty good.
There's a bank called Simplicity that there's a synchronicity or something that basically you get to be a member of to purchase one of theirs on. If you don't have the cash, you can get a loan from that bank, and it'll get you a Guitar Center card. Yeah, but it's through that bank. All of them are. Guitar Center, musicians friend, they're all hooked up, like, to the same people. And they had those, what were the names of those Guitar Center guitars they were trying to push? Mitchell. Yeah, the first round of them I wasn't too sure about. The second round got better. And me and him played on some, or I did, and I didn't have no gripes.
I think I played on a Mitchell bass.
The guitars are getting better, so, but that first batch was oh, my fingers. they were rough. But that's when I got my first Schecter. I was like, I didn't like it. When then we got the Damien or Demon or the whatever it is, the Platinum. It was a whole different guitar. I was like, man, this is my favorite guitar.
It is mine.
Is it yours too?
Besides, you got one of the rare editions that has the bats of the fretboard.
Well, it's just the Platinum. There's the regular one that has the
You don't have bats.
the other one. I do.
I know, but the other one doesn't have it.
Yeah.
As the matte color.
Yeah, well,
Satin black.
it's beautiful
black.
Before I got it.
It is still beautiful.
I got a finger mark, man. It's about that long.
Yeah.
Man.
It still works.
Where I just rest my fingers and I pick.
Hey, all you gotta say is it's been in use. It's been in use. I have a couple other questions.
Yeah.
What? What is it now? Just what?
Yeah,
is it
we're
now?
32 minutes in. I forgot.
32 minutes.
Oh, no one's watching.
Hey, Facebook.
How's the YouTubing going?
YouTube's still going.
0, 0, 0. We're still going.
Across the board, yeah. Now, okay.
Yes.
What's your, okay. Do you believe in elementals?
Yes.
I don't want to be wrong, but aren't some witches elementals? So I'd have to say I do believe them, because I do believe in witches.
You do believe in Wiccan? Yeah.
What more than that? You know, there's lost tribes that maybe practiced the same way, but went by different names.
And see, okay, now, I've often wondered that. Like, just what you just said.
Yeah.
It may be the same thing, just went by a different name.
Yeah.
How many times have we heard, what's the term, skinwalker? I've heard 97% of the videos that I watch, I see that they get that on their spirit box, just the same as we do.
Yeah.
However, what's to say that I can't remember where I was going to go with that. What's to say that it's the same thing as a, say, ghost or jinn in the Muslim culture? In the Muslim culture, they call them jinns, and they're like really, I don't want to say demonic spirits, but they're very poltergeist.
I wouldn't,
Can
I wouldn't call it just Islam.
Could they enter someone and react with that person's body?
A jinn, yes.
Yeah, a jinn. That's what I
That's
thought. Yeah.
Jinns
see where
are
you're
supposed
going
to
now.
be
Hindu.
Hinduism. It's back in far Middle
Oh,
East.
we gotta write this one down. We need to keep a catalog.
No,
of
don't quote me.
But see, I've been doing some thinking about it, all the elementals, because think about it, how many different cultures are there? India goes back the furthest in record as far as being the,
Writing the paper
Yes.
like a person.
yes,
Right.
well,
Okay.
writing for, I guess you could say, for records.
Right. Scrolls. and
There you
things
go,
like
writing
that.
down records, keeping records of everything that's going on. That's where it started. So, who's to say over time, because they said that when the Earth split apart and all these other, tectonic plates
Yeah.
come into play, and the whole Earth basically
Yeah,
did
it
its
started
movements.
this movement. Had a blowout.
Blow up. Who's to say that that's not still happening? You know what I mean?
It is still happening.
They've been talking about it on the
But
news.
that's
and
what's
stuff.
causing the weather to.
Pole changing.
Exactly.
The poles are switching again.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
slowly starting. It's been happening, but it's slowly happening. It makes it to where some areas will get so hot and so dry that the ground will just break up into dust. No matter what you do, try to wet and plant or anything. Yeah, it started to happen here when Dust Bowl.
Oh yeah.
Because it was drying and breaking up the ground so bad. That's why it was so red dirt. See, we would have had the orange sandy desert compared to the Sahara, and ours is unforgiving as well.
Yeah, we've got too many buildings.
Yeah,
Killed all the trees.
Well, back then they didn't, and they dropped a whole kilo load of hemp seeds out over Oklahoma and let it grow while we still had chances.
Is that kind of
Try
the
to save
reason
the
why
Save the
I've
ground.
seen, like, if
Brought
you
the
go by the
oxygen back.
rivers and stuff, you'll still see the hemp?
Yeah.
And, what
Rivers in
What do they call that?
Texas has back roads,
oh,
wild.
what's the term for
wild pot, man. No, hemp is different from cannabis. Cannabis has CBD and THC. Hemp is straight up fibers.
it? They're vines.
No.
The ones that I seen were vines.
Well, okay, I can't say no. Because if you have to force it to grow a certain way, it will take off and make its way in that weird way.
I was
Today-
gonna say, I think you was with me.
What?
We was over there by Fort Cobb.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, we would, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we kept a couple of places. That one was not hemp, though.
No.
No, that was CBD.
Interesting. No, I just was, I'm sorry, I was.
There's another tree that looks a lot like indica leaf. It has purple, like an indica leaf, but it is actually technically a Japanese maple tree, which is
Ooh, that
over
was,
$4,000.
We
to
got
have
cherry
implanted.
trees and Japanese cherry or cherry
Japanese
blossom.
maple. The cherry blossoms are beautiful.
Yeah, they
But
got those here.
those
too.
the maple trees are probably pretty nice with those, but I've had to deal with those a couple of times. Like roofing, I couldn't get anything harm that tree because it's like $4,500. They just had to put it in. They had to wait like 3 years for it. They have to wait for it to actually get a certain size before they can transplant it over here.
Interesting.
Like,
I'd be the first person to fall into it. Ah!
pretty tree. I like that tree.
It's pretty from down here.
Yeah. It looks like a pot plant.
Yeah, they got pretty stuff. Man.
Interesting.
They
I'll
have
check
the
it out.
Oasis
I've
to
never-
do it, though, man.
Okay, now I was also doing some
Yeah,
research
fucked up
on the types. I was only able to come up with 3 separate types
Of what?
of, like, I guess you can say, what I wrote down here was entities. The 3 types of entities.
Okay, like
Phantoms,
phenomena.
banshees, specters.
You
There's a list on.
UFOs,
Did you
aliens.
ever GTS any of this?
Yes, but this
And that's
was
all.
what I
That's
was,
the only notes that you wrote down.
well, this is what I haven't gotten further.
Okay.
I just got to this
Okay.
point, then I had a
Fair
phone
enough.
call.
Where'd
Just
my
asking.
notepad go?
I ate it.
You read one?
So
It's in my.
It would hurt, man. I got bad
got
problems.
narrow spirals on it, man.
Chili, man.
Are you talking about this one?
No, a little one like
There's a
that.
miniature one.
Oh,
I have no idea what my black one went either.
Yeah, if you left it in my house, I wouldn't doubt them twins grabbed it.
That's okay.
They grab every little notebook there is and destroy it and hide it places.
Well, no, I was actually doing the research, and as far as like the easiest way for spirit to, I guess, to appear to us is an orb activity, and
Yeah.
that's why you see so many orbs versus
That's the first thing that is there.
yeah,
You know.
it's the easiest to come in.
Yeah, I seen one of Angie's. His wife.
I heard a story last night about somebody was sitting and they have one of the like a dresser with the mirror and the shelves on it. Well, they were looking at it, just like looking up, and they started to do something personal. But then when they looked up back at the mirror again, there's a dude there looking at him, like trying to look over his shoulder to see what he's doing. And he got freaked out and okay. Well, like I said, there was an accident right in front of the house one day, and the driver of the semi-truck passed away right there.
So you might still be there.
Angie was trying to tell me that, but she was all crazy about
Yeah,
it.
she gets
She was
too
sick
super
or something?
excited and can't wheel spin. That's roulette.
I think it made her sick.
Roulette.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get spit. We're gonna go take him. Alright, so we're gonna take him over to a merry-go-round, the last remaining merry-go-round,
And
and spin him.
Last remaining merry-go-round.
Yeah, now it clicked.
I got it.
Anyways, but yeah, well, that person, I don't know his name. We should go ahead and get that, so I know who it is. I know who I'm talking to. Anyways, he's just roaming the area, so.
A lot of
I haven't really.
a lot of people will say,
Well, during his accident, until everything was completely gone, I was completely out. I was asleep. There was no waking me up. Shady native came in and tried to wake me up and everything, shaking my leg and say, hey. And he was surprised that I slept through the whole thing because it sounded like a freaking something hit the earth almost. But it was loud, very, very horrible sounding. But something did hit the earth. But, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, sure. Good. I can't believe I slept through it, though. Everything. Like,
Must have been tired.
yeah. Yeah, wasn't really doing anything extra to be tired, just tired. You know, it's that time of day. I was gonna go take a nap. And I guess I just slept through it all.
Interesting.
But that is interesting because I don't just sleep through anything like that. I wake up to the littlest noises. So, once I'm awake, I'm awake. But
Now, I was also in the process of doing this research, about types. Come across
excuse me.
shadow figures.
Ear peripherals. I think that's our frequencies
Well,
that we see.
according to the YouTube channel that I watched, and she's actually a known paranormal investigator, but she also teaches at a university out of, I want to say, what's the name of that town? Fort Smith, Arkansas.
Been through there.
And so it's kind of local.
Yeah.
And I didn't talk to her personally, but I sent her a couple messages. And I was listening, to what she had to say about it. And what she said is they're malevolent spirits. Most, depending, you can usually tell the difference. If it has an opaque look to it, in other words, you can see through it, translucent, you can see through it, but it's still dark, then it's still human. But if you can't see through it and there's nothing but darkness, then that's a shadow figure, and you need to stay away from them because they will attach to you quickly, and they will leech onto you and then attach to your family.
Mm-hmm.
And then it becomes, because it's not only one, they don't only travel in singles, they travel in multiples.
You bring their family too.
Yeah, there's like 5 or 6 of them.
Come on, cuz, let's go. Yeah.
And then they attack your family.
There's
and then,
anime movies that have such creatures, but in there, they're not as bad. So, I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, this is just from what she was saying. And then there's also another, basically smells.
Yeah.
Aromas.
Bad entities usually tend to have a scent that they overindulged in.
Yeah.
Because that was what they were seeing, that trap was.
I know that the lady was saying that, if it's a pleasant type scent, it's usually angelic.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's kind of a,
bitter,
basically the nastier the smell, the nastier the person or the being that you're dealing with.
You ever see the movie R.I.P.D.?
No. Oh, yes, I have.
Yeah, see, what did I tell you about that?
Yes, I have.
Yeah,
yes,
you
I
don't
have.
even think about your answer before you say no.
That was the one, that funny one.
Sorry, I just gotta point out every time I do
that,
Ryan
what was
Reynolds.
it? Brian Reynolds, yes. Or Ryan Reynolds, sorry.
Yeah, Brian Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
From Vagina, Canada. No, Saskatchewan. It's Brian.
He actually owns his own
He's a cool guy.
cellular
Big
company.
fan.
Oh, I'm a big fan. Bear Squatch. What's a bear squatch?
Bear Squatch.
Yeah, they got bear squatches now.
Bear Squish.
Squatch.
Bear Man. Bear Man.
Bear man.
Bear Man Pig.
Oh, that's out.
What if they were only predicting?
Some pizza. I love some pizza. You owe me $1.
You okay over there?
Yeah.
That's just his Merman pig impression. It's almost like boop power. Boop power.
I was watching a couple of my favorites today also.
Why
And
would you do that?
they were going to prisons and jails, like local jails. A lot of them were, I guess you could say, going to the actual prison. They were mostly going to like local jails.
Yeah.
And
What's it they don't
old
use anymore?
jails, like 1800s and
Hey,
stuff.
we got a prayer that popped up.
A prayer.
Yeah, a pay button.
Wow.
Pay button. A prayer with a pay button. You owe him some money? Are you
No.
behind on your payments?
No. Just
Do you want to keep your subscription?
there's no subscription. It's free. There's nobody here.
Not no how.
Is this
Not
Sunday?
no way.
It's Tuesday.
No.
Oh, they should be in. It's frozen outside. Everybody should be on the
Well,
internet.
everybody tries to go out and see if they can drive in it. If the wind push their car off and it spikes me.
Here, we're gonna have fun today, kids. No, don't seatbelt in.
Well, I mean, I guess if you live north of Oklahoma City, you can actually enjoy the
Ski.
snow.
Yeah.
You go inner tubing, and I don't know what we used to do when we was kids was we'd attach a car hood to the backside of a pickup and then drive through the pasture doing 80 and hitting whatever's in the way. So and you drive until the actual driver can get the guy in the hood off of the hood. So whatever means necessary. You can do donuts, you can do U-turns, you can do, 90 in the pasture, whatever. Take off real quick, hit bumps.
With somebody on your hood.
Somebody on the hood in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
Attached to the ball. You'd have a chain
That's crazy.
attached to the ball hitch, attached to the other side of the car hood, and you'd be dragging them across the pasture. And the only way that you're holding on is by your hands.
Ah, no gloves?
No, well, you have gloves, yes.
I had some gloves, man.
You have to have gloves. You got cacti out there.
I don't want no more cacti.
Cacti hurts when it hits your hands doing 60.
I believe it.
But we had to basically stop that when a buddy of mine went through a barbed wire fence. Got all tore up. So we said we had to stop that, and then we ended up having to find something else that was new. Well, we built us a couple of vehicles, we took like an old Chevy Chevette, put it on a lift kit,
Nice.
and a little Toyota lift kit.
What are these cars at now?
No, they're trashed.
Oh.
They are trashed. One of them we pulled the e-brake,
Doing 90s.
right in the ditch. You're in between Moriarty, New Mexico, and Albuquerque is called Tijeras Canyon, and that place is
Yes.
always closed down when it snows, always. Because when it hits the mountains, it's twice as bad as it is when it hit the valley. So when you get in through the mountains, you got snow coming in that's just gonna pile and pile and pile. And it don't matter how many plows you have going through there, it's still gonna pile. Because you're high in elevation, so the elevation plays a role with the temperature and moisture and all that boring stuff. Science.
I got it, science.
But
I put my pants on today.
I got my right shoe on my left foot.
I'm
Exactly. Screamy scream. That was kind of boring. Anybody else have any stories this week?
Well, I had one, but I forgot what it was.
Oh, that means you didn't have one.
I mean, you didn't have one.
Did we talk about a woman's voice lately? Me
Only
hearing
the
her?
singing one.
No, this was newer then.
Maybe
Where?
a little bit whenever.
In that shed
playing.
again, I
Oh.
thought I heard a woman's voice.
Oh.
Because I didn't pay attention long enough to see what it was saying. But I know I heard it, but when I turned around, there wasn't anything there.
We need to turn a recorder in there.
Yeah, we got a big one.
But it takes up a lot of our space.
Yeah, so.
A little handheld.
Is there any way that we can do it and put it in another program? Or like put it in another file?
Maybe if we had another drive, a USB drive, we could do that. Unplug something, plug something out.
That way we can run. Because if we're going to start doing, like, I don't,
DVR shit when
are we going to start doing anything other than just the spirit box?
Maybe.
Of course,
I would
so,
like to get some
yes,
equipment.
yes. The spirit box.
'Cause we, our paranormal stuff, we just sit here and talk about it. Sometimes we do the spirit talker, but not really. So we gotta do more.
Okay.
Or we're actually get some actual equipment. We
Well,
haven't gone nowhere in a while.
That's-
Yeah, we're just capturing something locally that's floating in. We can't even pinpoint if it's here yet. You know, we need to try to communicate with what's here. We need to try to communicate. I try, but I'm a smart ass with them. And I'm all the wrong spokesperson. Oh, well, they make me mad because I know they're there. And something messes with stuff. We had, alright, I left this board on with every button on, right?
Mhm.
And I've heard stuff come out of there, and there's no audio speakers turned on. It's twisted, man. That one day it happened to me. I was like, nope, I'm not in the mood for this shit. And I turned it back on, and I went back in the house. Leslie's like, I thought she was going, no, I'm going to go fuck with this PlayStation. I'll look out the window every once in a while to see if
I
a
don't
light
blame you,
comes
man.
on or something.
I don't blame you because, I mean, if I don't know what I would do if I were to come across a woman in blue singing in your shed.
Well, the one in my shed floats. So
Your
might
shed
shake-
floats.
No, the woman, she's
he's
up.
seen
She's
in the
always
shed.
up high, looking down at me.
There's actually a meaning behind that. I need to YouTube or.
Well, we're
Google
hitting
it.
57 minutes now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, we can go
Yeah,
ahead
something
and
you
close
need
it
to
out.
look up though. Look at.
Yeah, there's something that I need to look up. As a matter of fact, I'll have that.
GTS. Oh.
I will write that down in my little notebook and have that Googled and checked out for next session.
All right.
Always looking down at me, man.
Thank
All
you.
right,
for-
big sister.
Big sister.
That's the way it feels between me and this ghost.
She's your big sister.
Big sister.
Maybe she's your aunt. Have you ever thought about that?
Most of this happened while she was still with us.
But it's happening now.
But it's happening now too, yes. Especially the latter with the noises.
Well,
The
and
singing.
who's to say? Was she ever into meditation?
Still don't know.
Did she ever do any form of meditation?
I don't know. Smoke a cigarette.
Yeah.
That could be a form of meditation, I guess.
They think that her smoking and she had lupus. And eventually she had cancer everywhere.
That's
So she's better. She's better now. So
and I'm glad that you actually see it like that.
Yeah.
You want to know why I think that we get cancer?
What?
Because our DNA's not originally from you.
What do you mean?
We're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, maybe.
Spores off
Yeah.
of an asteroid.
You know what I just watched?
Interesting.
Invasion of Spiders.
Thank you.
Invasion of spiders.
You remember it had the giant spiders and the whole town got ate up by spiders that came from outer space.
Which one came?
They were packed with some kick-ass diamonds.
Arachnid.
No, it was just
eight-legged freaks.
Attack of Spiders.
Oh. No.
What year?
Generic black and white.
What year was it? Oh, black and white.
Yeah.
I never. When it comes to movies, I don't go back much before E.T. Well, I can't say that.
Mm-hmm.
E.T. was my first movie that I ever watched in a movie theater, but I'd have to say he probably goes back as far as Star Wars. But I can't watch Star Wars no more.
Yeah.
Boo. I know I love to. I just started when Force used to store in a circle. Because I never know what CD's in my box because it's mixed all up. And there was a kid that I said don't touch. Everybody touched it.
Mm-hmm.
See, I would love to get the 1 through, what is it, 1 through 9? That they did.
Wow.
Or did they do the 1 through 6?
Oh, I don't. I have no clue.
Because I know they did Anakin on up to the death of Vader, which was part 7. See, I used to be a big Star Wars geek.
Yeah.
That was my thing, was growing up. I used to love Star Wars. And I think it was the military thing of it.
Well, you're missing out on the in-between stories where other writers got to add on and stuff.
Yeah.
It got kind of cool that they made Han Solo actually have a child with Princess Leia, and he ends up turning to the dark side.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's the
Kyle
Darth
Vader
Vader's grandson.
Yeah, Vader's grandson.
Wow.
He idolized Vader.
That's crazy. See, all that stuff's new. I don't know nothing about all that. Like I said, the most recent one I think I seen was, it came out in early 2000s.
Anakin?
No,
Baby?
The girl?
it was the third one. It was when Anakin was all grown up and
he's turning into
Clone Wars?
turned into Vader. And then that's when they shows when Princess Leia and Luke were separated and shipped off to separate parts of the galaxy. And
Yeah.
Alright, we hit an hour.
Alright.
Goodbye,
Well,
everybody. Thank you for joining our show.
Goodbye from
Good
Spider-Man.
evening.
Yes.
Dripping darkness.
Dripping darkness.
Good night.
Jesus, stay fresh.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Bye.
Deuces.
Goodbye.
We out.